Hey, you beautiful people. This is Miss Gloria from Our Lifetime Today. So, I had a beautiful day today, and I'm hoping you all did too. And hello, and thank you to all of my subscribers. I now have 60 subscribers, and I feel like I have 6,000. I'm so excited by everyone who's actually taken the time to just tick and say hello to me, and that they, care about and enjoy the content that I provide. So, I was listening to someone very close to me talking about, what they were going through with regard to trying to get through heartache. Heartache and heart pain is very, very difficult to get through. And that is an understatement. And I'm starting to realize that if you give too much time to talking about the other person and what they did and how they did it, and like, I apologize, like replaying it over and over again, I think that's going to definitely slow down your healing. I'm not a therapist, of course, and it is very important, if you can, go ahead and go to therapy. I definitely believe in meditating and I believe in prayer, but rehashing and talking about it over and over again, it's kind of like a wound that you keep ripping the Band-Aid off and then putting it on again, then ripping it off. It slows down the healing. And so I guess one of the things we need to do is realize, once we process it and we understand what happened, because it's like a train wreck. You look at it and you say, okay, this happened and then that happened. And, if you didn't, play any part in it, it is definitely like something that actually happened to you. And I remember my acquaintances is saying something to the effect where the person that actually did it is saying something like, well, you act like you're such a victim, when in actuality, she is a victim. She doesn't want to be a victim. She doesn't want to feel like a victim, but she is unfortunately a victim because the things that were perpetrated on her were absolutely atrocious. And, it's a good thing that consequences come from the universe, because when you think about the things that people do to each other, one of the reasons why we humans can't and shouldn't dole out punishment to people is because we're not perfect ourselves, and there are things that we ourselves need to atone for, or make sure that we are, in the right space in order to call ourselves hashing out punishment to someone else. So, but one thing I can say, and I understand if you totally disagree, because everyone has gone through their own stuff, and so there's a reason why, all of us disagree and not agree with the same thing. But back to the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, boy, the universe and God, they can dole out some retribution for you to the other person. And one of the best things about that is that it is better than anything that you could have ever done. Also, there are no consequences. I mean, if the universe does something, who's going to kick the universe is Tushy, right? Who's going to fight with God? There used to be a play back in the day called Your Arms Are Too Short to Fight with God. It was on Broadway, etc. I was a child, so I never saw it, but that's an adequate phrase. So revenge is not necessary. People will get their consequences, but don't waste your precious time and your valuable life. Don't waste it rehashing, and reliving and re-traumatizing yourself over something that someone did to you. You got to go ahead and jog, and you got to meditate, you got to pray, you got to fast, you got to do all kinds of things. You got to go into the forest if you live in Georgia somewhere and scream. You got to cry. I remember I was in a closet on the floor crying and screaming. Pain, anguish. It's terrible when things happen to you. However, go ahead, get through that, get past it, and don't carry it around with you. It can manifest into some really, really terrible illnesses, as well as, physical illnesses, in my opinion. And I'm not a doctor, but you can wind up with some headaches, some, your internal organs stiffen up, your heart start to have problems, just don't do it, guys, okay? Get through the pain, get on the other side, because there is another side. There's always another side. Don't ever feel like it's hopeless. It is never hopeless. There's always a brighter day. The sun always rises. It always does, until one day maybe it won't. But right now, we know that the sun will come out. Yes, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Oh, that's my silly side. Anyway, my wonderful subscribers and future subscribers, this is Miss Gloria for Our Lifestyle today. Keep your head up. It always gets better. It really does. It always does. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye for now.